Welcome to the Nova League. I'm Gremlin, and man, I love the Alola region. I will never get tired of talking about it. It is the region that I have the most to say about in the entire franchise, which is why I set out on my shiny Alola Dex quest, a journey to find every single Generation 7 shiny Pokemon. I've already made 12 hours of videos about this region, explaining why I love every single Pokemon included in its generation, and of all the regions the franchise has explored so far, Alola has, to me, personally, the unique distinction of not only making me attached to every design introduced in its generation, but also giving me an attachment to Pokemon from other regions. The obvious thing you might be thinking here is that I'm referring to Alolan forms, as this video is about Alolan Raichu, a new form of one of the original 151 Pokemon. And you'd be partially correct. Execute, Cubone, and Pikachu, while not Generation 7 Pokemon, are special to me because they turn into Generation 7 designs. But that's not actually what I mean. Put yourself in the shoes of a new Pokemon fan, which in 2016, when Sun and Moon came out, I was. How would you know, without being told, what generation a Pokemon is from? I started with Pokemon Go and Pokemon Yellow, so Generation 1 Pokemon were easy for me to place. But I then immediately jumped into Pokemon Y, and the Kalos region has the smallest Pokedex of new designs, and so most of the Pokemon that I encountered in my playthrough were brand new to my eyes, and I had no way of knowing what region they originally came from. I distinctly remember having a Flygon and a Reuniclus on my first Kalos playthrough team. I thought they were Gen 6, and even when I learned that they were actually from Hoenn and Unova, I still, to this day, associate them with my Kalos experience. And in the lead up to the release of Sun and Moon, I played more Pokemon games to expand my knowledge of the franchise before I entered a new generation with my friends. I learned about Gen 5 and 4 and 3 and 2, and in Gen 2, or rather the Gen 4 remakes of the Johto region, I discovered my favorite Pokemon, Girafarig. But Gen 2 is sort of infamous for fans misplacing a Pokemon's origin. Slugma and Skarmory, for example, are much more prevalent in Hoenn than they are in Johto, and so they're often mistaken for being Gen 3 Pokemon. And as I played through Gen 7 for the first time, I fell in love with its regional Pokedex. I really do like every single Generation 7 Pokemon, but there are also returning Pokemon that I have a fondness for because of these games, and I think the most obvious batch would be the Ride Pokemon, Tauros, Stoutland, Lapras, Sharpedo, Charizard, and Machamp. Though, just because I like these Pokemon because of Alola, doesn't mean that they're part of my Alola Dex quest. Although I do plan on hunting these later, because I have planned a bunch of side quests for my document, like Wormhole Wednesday, hunts for non-Gen 7 targets that I still want to find so that I have an excuse to talk about every aspect of the Alola region that I love. But those Pokemon are part of their own section for my document, not the main dex. Even something like Dragalge, for example, that appeared in the Alola Dex series via the Delmise video, it's still in its own part of the document, not the main dex. The closest I've gotten to hunting a true honorary Gen 7 Pokemon for the Dex would be with the last video with Zygarde, but I explained in excruciating detail why I consider it a Gen 7 Pokemon, so definitely check that video out. But anyway, what am I rambling about? Mantine. I'm rambling about Mantine. The first time I saw it was in Pokemon Go, but I was confused about what game it was originally from. I had never run into it before despite playing all of the generations available at the time. It turns out, in every game up to that point, Mantine, or its Gen 4 baby pre-evolution Mantike, is a rare or version exclusive encounter, hidden away off the beaten path, and it was rarely used by other trainers, so it's no wonder I had never seen it before. But the moment that I did see Mantine for the first time back when Gen 2 Pokemon were added to Pokemon Go in 2017, I was obsessed. I wanted to use one in a mainline game, and I was incredibly disappointed with the availability or lack thereof of this Pokemon in the games. I thought for sure that it would make perfect sense in Alola, but in Sun and Moon, it wasn't there? What? It fits the vibes perfectly. I love manta rays, I love Mantine's goofy smile and its musical cry, its interesting typing, everything. I was so disappointed that this Pokemon was seemingly out of reach for me. But then, a few months later, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon were announced. My favorite games were getting new entries? And as new information came out, we learned that new returning Pokemon would be expanding the regional decks. And then, we got this trailer. Oh my god. Mantine Surf? Mantine just went from hidden away to in the spotlight. He has his own theme music now. When I got my hands on Ultra Moon at the midnight release, I booted up the game and was greeted by 2 Pokemon. The first 2 Pokemon that you see when you start a fresh save are Surfing Pikachu and Mantine. I rushed through the story of the first island and bolted toward the brand new Mantine Surf minigame, and I surfed those waves on the back of Mantine until 1 a.m., farming beach points and collecting prizes. I eventually caught my very own Mantike, evolved it immediately, and used Mantine in a playthrough for the first time, solidifying it as one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. And even though I knew it wasn't from Generation 7, even though I knew it wasn't an Alolan Pokemon, I didn't care. This guy is Alolan in my heart. Alola just isn't the same without Mantine. So I've included this Pokemon in my main Alola Dex pages, the only true honorary entry right next to Alolan Raichu, because, well, I need a Mantine if I'm gonna get a Raichu. I'll explain later in the video, but first, here's the shiny. Guys, it's Mantine Monday. Guys, a totally real and legit Pokemon shiny hunting event, Mantine Monday. And I'll definitely do this on more than one Monday. Although that being said, technically, you can't hunt Mantine in Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun and Moon. I freaking love Mantine, by the way. We have to find a Mantike first. Because I'm kind of hoping, like, I don't actually want to be done with the Alola Dex this year. I really don't. I'm hoping Gen 10 comes out and distracts me like crazy. So I'm really hoping that Jangmo-O drags this out. And I would be genuinely upset if I got it instantly, which means that it's going to happen, you know? I just think it would be really cool if the Dex Quest finished on the 10-year anniversary of Ultra Sun and Moon, not Sun and Moon. And also, I would like if the first Dex entries were in 2024 and the last ones were in 2027. That would just feel cooler to me. Your second favorite gen now? That's awesome. Those are my favorite genre of comments to get on the videos, of people being like, wow, you're making me realize how much I like Alola. Like, yes, the propaganda is working. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is that, like, thinking about it in hindsight, it's kind of really funny that I'm trying to advertise books to Pokemon fans who, famously can't read. So really great marketing strategy on my end. Shiny? Yes, no, maybe so. Tall? Not shiny. Guys, who aware are we talking about? Ah, the Machba boat. This is a Voidcraft that can go between dimensions, and it is built around what used to be a wooden rowboat. It's made by a guy named Keenan Quantum, who is very stupid, and the boat is also very stupid. And also its name, Machba boat, every time I say it out loud, my dad gets irrationally angry. He hates that it's called Machba boat. It's so funny. My mom says it out loud sometimes just to piss him off. It's really funny. Oh! There it is! Oh my god! And speaking of Keenan, this guy is gonna be named Montage, which is Keenan's pet Ray. Funky Ray. Oh my god, great timing. Look at that! Oh wow. That is such a good shiny. There it is. Mantine bells. Oh my god. You know what I just realized? Hold on, I'm having a moment that is so specific to me. There are a bunch of people here from the raid, and I'm gonna scare you guys off by sounding insane. We just rolled the Machba boat, which is Keenan's ship. I'm naming this Pokemon after Keenan's pet from Thrones 4. And also, I found it in 169 encounters. If you know Ball, Keenan Quantum's universe code in Void Jumpers is EQS169. Are you joking? That's crazy. Is Mantine gonna knock me out? Knock the one out on the right. Confused Ray, I'm already confused. Confused Ray, I'm already confused. I'm confused. Oh. Okay, all right. Next Pokemon. Who are we using here? No, you know what? I'm gonna throw a lure ball, because the red on the back kind of reminds me of the saddle on Mantine Surf. 1, 2, 3, There we go. That's more like it. There we go. That was a little bit nerve-wracking for a second there, but we got it. Mantique's data will be added to the Pokedex. Oh, look at that adorable little goober. I freaking love Mantine. It's quiet, which honestly isn't the worst, I don't think. That's pretty good. That's all right. Let's send it out and immediately get to evolving it. A Finneon and shiny Mantike. Yeah, I like the lure ball. That's nice. That's good. Look at you. You're so like, I don't know how they gave baby proportions to a manta ray, but they nailed it. Look at you. His whole body moves around when you pet him. That's so funny. I imagine like the little guy floating right in front of you and you go to pat him on the head, and because he's not anchored to anything, he can't help but move around a little bit. Why do you look so concerned about my hand? Why are you so concerned? What is that face? Like, whoa, what is that? What the hell is that? What? All right. They grow up so fast. Oh my goodness. Goodbye, Mantike. Bye-bye, Mantike. Hello, Mantine. Very short-lived baby moment, and now. Look at that! Look at how blue it is! That's so blue! It's a nice comparison here that we have the plush. You see it's dark blue at the top and kind of off pinkish white, honestly, if you look really closely. Pinkish white. And so now we got the full blue. It's subtle, but I like it. Mantine's data will be added to the Pokedex. Look at that. I do really like the colors of Mantike, but I am not mad about the shiny for Mantine. They go well together on that dex page. Look at them. Regular Pelipper and shiny Mantine. He's so little. I forgot how small it was in this game. Oh, I love that shiny. Now that I have a shiny Mantine, it's not quite time to look for Pikachu yet, because I'm not just looking for any old Pikachu. I want a very special gift Pikachu. A gift that is only given as a trophy to the surfing champion of Alola. So it's time to pretend that my shiny Mantine is the one that I'm surfing on, and grind out the highest score in all 4 of Alola's surf spots. And I'll do it to Mantine's very own theme, remixed just for this video by my friend Lamvax. Let's get surfing. The concept of a Surfing Pikachu is something that has been part of the series since Generation 1, since the very first mainline game I ever played, Pokemon Yellow. And nowadays, Raichu can be freely taught the move Surf as a reference to this history. But in the past games, this wasn't a move that Raichu could learn. And so this gift in Ultra Sun and Moon is very special. Once you've mastered the way of Mantine, you can get a Pikachu that knows the move Surf. And what's even better is that it can be shiny hunted at the full odds of 1 in 4,096. There's a reason I've waited this long in this project to hunt my favorite Alolan form. If I'm gonna get a Raichu for this dex, it's gotta have Surf. Pikachu was technically my first starter, and so to see it get a regional evolution in Sun and Moon was baffling. You're telling me that the mascot of Pokemon has latent psychic abilities? This typing is unique, by the way. At least at the time of writing, Alolan Raichu is the only electric psychic type in the entire franchise. It's objectively adorable. Its eyes are like the sunset over the sea. The idea of it surfing on its own tail and levitating psychically is so awesome. Psychic isn't my favorite type, but my favorite Pokemon is a Psychic type that I originally thought was an Electric type. And so to see those types combined has always felt like a dream come true. I also think that it's really fitting that Pikachu is the mascot of Pokemon, and its Alolan evolution feels in a way like a mascot for its region. And the best part, I think Pikachu and Mantine are friends. Let's finally find this surfing rat. Pokemon you straight up don't like, smooch 'em. I can't believe that they made a Pokemon destined to become Jinx, and also like a baby Pokemon themed around the idea of it smooching. I just don't like it. Get that thing away from me. I don't want to catch this in a Pokeball and add it to my dex. Why is it in the wild? What is that? Don't like Alolan Persian? You clearly don't see the vision. Oh! There it is! I knew it would be today! First Underhuts phase of the year! Oh my god! It's an Ultra Sun again? Are you joking? Oh, my voice is gone. That is so dark. Oh man! Look at that. Yeah, I can tell the difference. Easy. Ultra Sun. Dude, Ultra Moon is super slacking with full odd shinies right now. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, wow. It's a girl. There it is. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Would you like to give Pikachu a name? Yes, I would. This is going to be our Alolan Raichu, obviously. So I got to give it a book reference name. This is Nova Storm, because the colors remind me of the Nova Storm in Void Jumpers, and also I imagine it surfing the storm. That's just a really cool visual in my head. Nova Storm has been added to the party. Okay, let's save. I'm guessing quirky. Oh, my goodness. Oh my god, you know what I just realized? Oh, I'm glad it's in Ultra Sun because, guys, guess who's at the front of my party right now? The Buddy Run Drampa, Nimbus. I have not transferred him away yet. So Nimbus was on the team. My Buddy Run Drampa was on the team when this shined. I was hoping that would happen before I transferred it away. I'm guessing quirky. It's a neutral nature. Hardy, mischievous, and you've got the move Surf. This is awesome. Before I transfer up my Buddy Run Pokemon, it will have experienced finding at least one shiny for the Alola Dex. Oh, that's so exciting. That's so nice. And we gotta evolve this near immediately and also find the Raichu Z Crystal to show off. That's so cool. That's so cool. Okay, you know what? I don't care that it has the anime cry. I thought I was gonna be annoyed by that, but it's whatever. It's just a little bit incongruous with the rest of the Dex. And it's gonna lose its voice when it evolves, but whatever. Let's see it use Surf one time before we evolve it. Oh, that's such a good shiny. You can just little Pikachu in the corner. That is a great shiny. Oh, that's Nimbus. Hi, Nimbus. Hello. You actually haven't appeared on the channel yet, but you will be the main character of the Buddy Run. I'm not going to show off the Pikachu Z move before evolving because I'm waiting to do that when I eventually do the video of finding all of the Z move Pokemon. But I will show off Raichu's at least. Hello, I love the little heart tail. And you certainly can high five. It's not even a guess. I know you can. There's no way you don't. Come on, high five. I know you do. Why do you look so shocked? That's a really good shiny. Let's give you orange bean. I'm so happy. There we go. Very delayed high five. Its arm just doesn't go out. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, very limited time with Pikachu, guys. You know what we're here for. Pikachu. We got the green Alolan evolution background. Bye, Pikachu. Oh! I love this shiny. I love this shiny so much. Get that added to the decks as well. Oh my goodness. So good. So incredibly good. It focuses psychic energy into its tail and rides it like it's surfing. Another name for this Pokemon is Hodad? Wait, what? Oh, wait, yeah. I forgot. So Alolan forms are only called that by people who came to Alola. But the native Alolans had different names. Vulpix has one as well, right? I forgot that they'd given one to Raichu as well. Hodad. That's so funny. Regular Pikipek and shiny Alolan Raichu. Oh, it's been a long time coming. I have been waiting to find this thing. I could have found it as early as Route 1, but I waited. I waited for this specific move. Let's see it use Surf. It's like it was made to be. That's so awesome. That's so awesome. You've got a Psyduck. Shiny Alolan Raichu. And now, its signature Z move. Stoked Spark Surfer. That's so sick. That's so sick. Oh my god. Kill! Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Oh man, that Psyduck is dead. Like, not fainted. That Psyduck is like, it's not alive anymore. Man, I love that. Let's check it out and refresh as well. You know what, actually? I forgot to look at Mantine in refresh, which is kind of a crime. We only ever looked at Mantike. Dude. Oh, I freaking love Mantine. Oh my goodness. So blue. This Mantine and this Raichu, they're friends. They're definitely 100% friends. Oh my goodness. Do you do the concerned face that Mantike does? Oh, just like the baby. Some things never change. Hey, buddy. This background is so good with sitting on the tail. Do you high five? I feel like you have to. Like, you're a surfer, bro, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, yes, dude. I love that high-fiving is a thing in these games. Do it again. It's so precise. Yeah. Oh my goodness. They gotta bring back high fives. That's like the best thing about these games. Oh my goodness. You are adorable. Have a bean. Oh, wow. This is my favorite Alolan form. And it's funny because, like, for as many of the Pokemon in this dex that I have, like, entire essays to say things about, the reason I like Alolan Raichu as much as I do is because look at it. Like, that's about as deep as the reasoning goes. Like, some Pokemon I could talk about all day and be like, I like it because this, and that. And this has, like, deep meaning to me and also the lore and world building. But no, this Pokemon, I like it because, I mean, look right at it. Look at the Pokemon I'm looking at. It's perfect.